What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we went all the way up to Zora's domain, unfroze it, which caused the water down here to return to its normal height. Now, we're gonna go and talk to the Spirit of Light. That way, in this episode, we can start collecting all the Tears of Light to dispel the Twilight from this area. I am the last of the Spirits of Light, consumed by Twilight. Hero, chosen one of the gods, you have done well to make it this far. Gather my scattered tears of light that were stolen by Shadow. Gather them in this. Alright, so there we go, we got ourselves another vessel of light, and we know exactly what we need to do with this thing, and trust me, it is going to take a while this time. I am sure you know by now the forms that these dark insects take when they steal our light. In the shadow realm of Twilight, the insects are invisible like the humans of this world. Collect my light, lift the final cloud of Twilight that threatens to cover all of Hyrule. Alright, we are on the case. Let's just head back out to Lake Hylia now because, well, guess what? There are a couple of insects that we can collect. Now, ignore this one because he's going to lead you off in the direction that I don't want to go just yet. Instead, I actually want to go and get the insect that's all the way over on the left of the map, near that, like, small, little, tiny island, because I'm trying to get all the insects with minimal backtracking, because, there can be quite a bit of backtracking in this particular, like, Tears of Light mission if you don't really know the proper order to gather all the insects in. We will have to come back to Lake Hylia to get the very last Tear of Light, but I'll talk more about that, you know, once we actually get there. So for now, let's go back to where we saw that first insect run away from us, because now we can go ahead and chase after him and get the next Tear of Light. Now, the reason why this particular Tear of Light mission takes so long is just because all of the tears are spread throughout pretty much every area that we've been to so far in this section of the Twilight. Like, there's a couple here in Lake Hylia. There's actually a few in that little cave that we flew through on the Card Rock in the last episode. There's some in Upper Zora's River. There's some in Zora's domain, in the throne room of Zora's domain, and believe it or not, there's actually one all the way back in Hyrule Castle Town as well. So we gotta travel a long distance just to collect all of these things. Thankfully, because of these shadow beasts, we're actually going to get a portal back here in Lake Hylia, which will make travel somewhat a little bit easier, especially later on. But there's also an area in Zora's domain that will instantly take you to Hyrule Field, which will, you know, bring you closer to Castletown too. So there are some things that the game does give you to make travel a little bit easier, but it's still going to take a while, although it would be a lot longer if, you know, we didn't actually have those things. Anyways, now that those Twilight Beasts are gone, let's just head over in this direction, since I know there's a bug around here somewhere. I think it's actually on sort of this cliff to my left, so let's just head up here, and hopefully I'm right. I'm pretty sure I am. Ah, yes, there it is. Alright, come here, friend. Oh yeah, this guy actually tunnels into the ground, so that's gonna be fun. Now we actually have to, like, you know, find him, and there he is. Get over here. Alright, cool. So now that he's dug up, we can actually just attack him like normal and get ourselves yet another Tear of Light. There we go. Alright, so the last insect in this area right now is actually all the way at that lakeside hut. You know, I actually don't remember the name of the shop. It was like someone's fantastical lakeside thingamajig. Doesn't really matter. The lakeside shop. Let's just head over there, because that's where the next shadow insect actually is. Along the way, though, check this out. There is hawk grass right over here. That's important for later on. For now, let's just go and grab this insect, and we'll worry about the hawk grass after we collect this next Tear of Light. Oh, crap. Can I actually... I'm pretty sure I can get back up, right? Alright, good, I can, because that would have really stunk if I had to go all the way back around. This guy can be kind of annoying to get because if you do miss, chances are you will land in the water, which is kind of obnoxious. So, come on, dude. Just attack me already, will you? There we go. And you're dead. Fantastic. Where is my Tear of Light? I know it should be here somewhere, because I definitely killed him, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I did. It might be under the water, actually. Oh, there it is. Wow, it's all the way under there. Holy crap. It must have gone way far down there. That, like, took forever to get back up here. Alright, now that we got that, let's actually go back over to that hawk grass because, well, we're actually going to howl the tune of the hawk grass. That way, we can call ourselves a hawk. Although, since we're in the Twilight, of course, it's not actually going to be a hawk that we call. Instead, we're going to call ourselves a Kargarok buddy. Now, I'm not sure if, like, it's the same Kargarok that we found in the last episode, but regardless, it works more or less the same way. So as soon as this thing gets down here and finds us, well, guess what's going to happen? Instead of attacking us, it's just going to wait there, and then like Midna's going to take control of it. And now, we're going to go right back through that little cavern segment that we did in the last episode, except this time, things are going to be a little bit different, as you can see. It's actually kind of hard to fly through because now we have to worry about, like, the water below us. So there's actually, like, less room to maneuver up and down inside this little cavern. Plus, there's also some shadow insects in here that we need to collect, 4 in total. And these guys can actually be hard to catch. Oh, wow, I'm actually surprised I did not die there. But yeah, the only way you can actually kill them is by dashing into them, and you'll collect the Tear of Light automatically. So what you want to do is pretty much get directly behind them and as close to them as possible, and then just try and dash into them. That way you can kill them. This can be kind of difficult because you're kind of on a time limit. Like, you have until pretty much when you start to when you get out of this cavern to get these 4, and if you miss one of them, you have to go back throughout the entire segment. Thankfully, we actually got all 4 of them already, so that's a relief, because usually I do mess up a few times in this area. The game is pretty lenient, though. Like, if you do overshoot an insect or miss them or whatever, just wait a few seconds, and normally it will fly directly back in front of you again, so you have another opportunity to dash at it, and that will pretty much happen all the way up until the end of this cavern, like when you go through the loading zone to the next area. So if you don't get them all, like, you know, on your first try, don't worry, just wait a few seconds, realign, and try it again. You should be able to get them, you know, before the end of this cavern, because it is pretty long. Thankfully, though, we got them all pretty early on, so didn't really need to worry too much there, I suppose. But now we are back at the upper Zora's River, which is good because there's a few insects that we can collect in this area. So peace out, Kargarok buddy. Now, remember that spirit that was over here? Well, we actually do need to listen to her again. That way we can activate the next insect to appear. What's that, a bug? Ew, nasty, why is it so big? Golly, I'm so sick of roughing it in the boonies. Alright, so let's just grab ourselves this Tear of Light. There's really nothing we want to do with that spirit right now, so I'm not even going to bother, like, talking to her anymore. Instead, remember last time we were up here I said that there was a howling stone over here? Well, now we can actually, you know, go over here and learn a new song. But first, check out those 2 spirits. We're going to talk to them later. I just wanted to point those out. For now, let's listen to this stone, because we're going to learn ourselves a new tune. So, up, middle, or down, middle, down, up, middle, down. Let's try and play this real quick. Hopefully I can remember that. Alright, sweet, we got it. Sorry I was quiet there for a second. It sort of helps me if I, you know, listen to the tune to actually play it back. But you might actually recognize that tune too. It's another tune from Ocarina of Time, actually. Take a listen. And in case you're unfamiliar, that is actually the Serenade of Water from Ocarina of Time. Let teachings of old pass to you. Take sword in hand and find me. Alright, so we can go and find this guy now once we return to a human and learn ourselves another hidden skill. And he's actually sort of near Hyrule Castletown, believe it or not. Alright, now that that is done, let's go over to those Zora spirits and listen in to whatever it is that they have to say. Do you think Prince Rawless passed through here?
Yeah.
He must have. This is the only waterway that connects to Hyrule Castle. Come, let's follow this path in search of him. Alright, so they're going after Prince Rawless, but pay attention because, like they said, this pathway will actually lead you to Hyrule Field and closer to Hyrule Castle. We'll make use of that in a little bit. For now, let's actually go through this little cavern, and this should bring us into Zora's domain. Sweet, it does. Alright, so there's a couple insects in here that we need to collect, so let's just go directly into the center where all these, I guess these are like giant lily pads are. That way we can collect these two insects that are just flying around over here. These guys are actually really annoying since the only way you can actually kill them is by jump attacking them. And since they fly around, they do not make it easy. Gosh dang it, dude. Can you just like stand still for like 2 seconds and let me attack you? Plus, I think they also can go under the water. There we go, we actually got one of them. So that can actually make it pretty annoying to catch these guys. There we go. Nice. Now we just need to collect the Tears of Light. So give me that one. And oh great, is this another Tear of Light that like went all the way underwater for no reason again? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Alright, sweet. Let's just grab that. And now, let's actually head over to the left and get this insect, because the insect on the right, you can't really tell just by looking at the map, but it's actually on like a higher plane. So we kind of have to go like all the way around Zora's domain and find a way up there to actually get that. Real quick though, I just remembered, before we do that, head up here because, believe it or not, there actually is a chest that we can collect. It's nothing too important, but if we open this up, we can get ourselves a yellow rupee. So there we go, kinda cool. Alright, so now we gotta work at making our way all the way up Zora's domain and getting that last insect. The one all the way on like the top area of the map, that's in like the throne room, so we're not gonna worry about that just yet. Hey, we can climb up from here. Alright, so yeah, pretty much how we're gonna get up through Zora's domain is just by Midna jumping all the way up and around. After we collect this last insect though, we're actually gonna go and warp directly into the throne room, since there is that portal up there from when we killed the shadow insects. And I am totally going the wrong way right now. I don't even know why I came up here. I swear, they just like put that hill there to confuse you. This is actually the right way. You want to continue jumping up. I'm not even sure like why that hill is even there, because it doesn't really lead to anything, unless like that was the same hill that we jumped up when like this place was frozen over, maybe? Not sure. Whatever, let's just keep jumping across here, and eventually we'll make our way over to that insect. I think maybe we have like a few more jumps to get across. Actually, no, right here. Stop and don't jump up any further. Just follow this trail of rupees. They sort of like put those extra jumps there to throw you off, but instead, if you just follow the rupees and come down this weird little hallway, well, the insect is waiting for you right over here. So, there we go. Let's just pick up this Tear of Light, and now the last insect is actually in the throne room, so believe it or not, the fastest way there is for us to just talk to Midna and use our warp feature to warp directly up there. I know it seems we're kind of close, but honestly, it's farther away than you actually think. Plus, teleportation is just like a lot cooler. I also like how they put you like flat in the middle of the air and then you just like fall into the water. It's kind of funny. Anyways, the only bug that's in here is actually on this wall, so let's just dash into that to knock it down. And now all we gotta do is kill this thing, that way we can get the Tear of Light. There's only 3 left, and after we kill this one, well, the only other normal insect that we need to kill is actually in Hyrule Castle Town. To get the very last tier of light, let's just say the insect that we have to kill is different, if you will. Alright, so now we need to make our way into Hyrule Castle Town. So, the fastest way to do that, well, first things first, let's actually just completely jump down from here into the center. We want to actually go back to the upper Zora's River, to where we saw those two Zora spirits talking, because if you remember, they were talking about a waterway that led them straight to Hyrule Castle. It doesn't actually go directly to Hyrule Castle. Instead, it'll lead you to Hyrule Field, then you can sort of like walk the rest of the way. But you want to make sure you jump down here and actually take the land pathway, because if you go in the water will actually take you down to Lake Hylia. Instead, take the land passage and then jump into this stream, and this stream will instantly take you down into Hyrule Field. So there we go. We can swim super fast, and you kind of want to make sure you swim to either of the sides. That way you can just get on land super quickly. And now that we're here, let's just make our way over to Castle Town. If you still need to know where you're going, you can actually just use your senses and follow the scent of Ilia all the way back to Hyrule Castle Town, and that'll actually take you to where the last insect actually is, because the last insect is basically right outside of Telma's bar. And if you like exploring and destroying boxes, you can actually find that insect before you get the Vessel of Light. Like, for whatever reason, that insect is always there regardless of if you have the Vessel of Light or not. So if you wanted to, you could have actually killed it already and then just gone up and collected the tier. One thing I do want to show off, though, is actually you can't really even see from over here. Let me try from this angle. Yeah, check it out. There is the golden wolf. So when we turn back into a human, we can just come over here and find it. But first, well, check it out. We gotta fight some more shadow beasts. It would have been nice if, like, we fought these guys beforehand, because then we could have just, like, teleported down here. But whatever. At least we can make the portal after we take these guys out. So come on over here away from the wall. That way I can actually attack you guys. Actually, you know what? This should work. Or not. Never mind. I thought you actually attack the one that you target first, not the one that's closest to you. Alright, let's try this again. Can you guys, like, get all around me, please? Alright, this... Really? I don't know why it's actually going for that one first. Actually, whatever. This will work for us. There we go. That takes them all out. Easy peasy. I'm not exactly sure, like, what determines which target you go for first. I should probably figure that out. Whatever, now that that portal is there, we actually can't really make use of it right now since, well, we're already here. So instead, let's just go directly into Hyrule Castle Town. Now, like I said, the insect is actually near Telma's bar. I'm kind of going to take a little bit of a shortcut. The one that I was talking about, the last time we were in Castle Town actually looking for Ilia. So instead of going, like, all the way around the back, we're just going to cut straight through the center. And this will take us to the, southern road, I believe. Yes, it is. Sweet. So we can just, like, sort of, like, go down here, and, well, check it out. Telma's bar is right to our right, but, well, the insect is actually under these boxes, so let's just go up here and kill this guy real quick, or not. There we go. And now we can get this tier of light. Sweet. So now there's only one left, but Minna does have something to say, so let's talk to her real quick. Hey! What's going on? There should be one more. Where could the last tier be? What? There it is. What's going on? This is weird. Yeah, so the last tier is actually back in Lake Hylia, except it didn't show up on our map until just now. Thankfully, though, we can actually just talk to Midna and have her warp us to Lake Hylia instantly, so there's no need to, like, walk all the way back there manually. But it is kind of weird that the bug didn't show up until now, right? I wonder why that is. Well, you'll actually find out once you get here, because check it out. Look in the water. There's a giant, like, wake and then a huge ball of lightning around it. That seems kind of big for a normal shadow insect, right? Plus, there's like this huge lightning storm going on right now. It's all eerie. It's sort of like just setting the mood for what's about to happen. So I guess really the only thing that we have to do is just swim all the way over to where that white dot is, figure out exactly what it is, and collect the Tear of Light. Because regardless of what it is, it still has that Tear of Light that we need to fill up this vessel. That way we can dispel the Twilight from this area. Jeez, man, I forgot how far this thing was from where the portal actually puts you. But eventually, you will make your way to these platforms. And once you get on top of it, dun dun dun, bubbles will start forming. The suspense is building. I wonder what could it be? Perhaps it's like a giant shark with lasers on top of it. Who knows? Well, it's actually just an invisible ball of lightning. That's it. Just kidding. Turn on your senses and check it out. It's a really gross bug thing. Actually, you know what? It kind of looks like a giant, like, bumblebee. Am I the only one that sort of sees that? Honestly, it's kind of adorable in a weird tentacle bee monster sort of way. I kind of feel bad for it, you know? Like, it moves so slow. It sort of like waddles at you, actually. That's actually kind of funny now that I think about it. But yeah, this guy, really not that hard at all. Like, he's gonna run through the water all electrical, so just trying to like avoid to either its left or its right, and you should be fine. Then just sort of wait for it to charge at you like a normal bug, and then just lunge at it and attack it like you would a card rock. Do that 3 times, and that's basically all you have to do for this guy. So one more round and we should be good. Yeah, he will like go through the wooden platforms to try and electrocute you, but don't worry, it's actually, oh wow, he actually hit me there. I was just about to say it's really easy to avoid, so thanks for making a liar out of me, dude. Alright, and here we go. Just attack him one last time, and he's not gonna die right away. Instead, he's gonna land in the water. So what you want to do is like jump up on his stomach and target everything with Midna and just go at it. You can try and like target everything individually, but you might not be able to hit them all as quick, so I recommend just charging up with Midna and doing it that way, since you're guaranteed to take this guy out. Easy peasy. And there it is, the last Tear of Light. So there we go, we finally finished up filling up this vessel of light. And now there's going to be a pretty lengthy cutscene, so I'll let you guys enjoy this. The vessel of light is full of tears, and light has returned to this area. You make sure to get that last few shadow now. See you later. My name is Lanayru. Your efforts have at last restored each of us light spirits in Hyrule. O hero chosen by the gods. The dark power that you seek. It waits in a temple set in the bed of Lake Hylia. But before seeking it, you must now bear witness to something and never forget it. You must know that it was the will of the goddesses that we lock away the forbidden power. When all was chaos, the goddesses descended and gave order and life to the world. They granted power equally to all who dwelt in the light, and then returned to the heavens. The lands where the goddesses descended came to be known as the Sacred Realm. For ages, the people lived at ease, content in mind and body. But soon, word of the Sacred Realm spread through Hyrule, and a great battle ensued. Among those living in the light, interlopers who excelled at magic appeared. Wielding powerful sorcery, they tried to establish dominion over the Sacred Realm. It was then that the goddesses ordered us 3 light spirits to intervene. We sealed away the great magic those individuals had mastered. You know this magic. It is the dark power you seek, the fused shadow. O hero chosen by the goddesses, beware! Those who do not know the danger of wielding power will before long be ruled by it. Never forget that. The dark power that you seek is within the sleeping lakebed temple in Lake Hylia. Well, things got pretty heavy. I'm not even sure what I could say to help you guys process that. I think the best way is to give it time, so you know what? That is going to do it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed this video, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.